how you evaluate your play against Auburn?
There are a lot of plays to be made that I didn't make. I didn't think for the passes where they need to be to make the right protection calls. We're making the right checks. So there's a lot of stuff on my part that I could have done better.
In practice, when you guys look back at that, what's the biggest corrections you think need to be made based off that Auburn game?
I think more than anything, I think it's just execution. We had a good game plan going in. We just didn't quite execute it to what we needed to do.
What has to happen in the red zone for you guys to be more successful in that area?
I think, like I said, it's a lot to do with execution. We have a good game plan going in. We have great plays against what we see, and it just takes that everyone doing their 111th, I think, and that's something we're struggling with down in the red zone is everyone doing their 111th.
Your thoughts of BYU and going out there, what have you kind of seen from their defense so far?
They're very talented. They just went to Michigan State and beat a very good Michigan State team, held them to 14 points. They're all older than the people we're used to playing against. They're good, they're talented, they're disciplined, so it's going to be a good matchup.
You talked about the struggles in the red zone. Third down's kind of been a problem as well. Is there any way you can simulate third down in practice, or how do you go about trying to improve on third downs?
We practice third downs every week. We have a day specifically for our third down plan. So I think it's more just everyone kind of executing the third downs. I hate to say it to answer every question with it, but it really is just everyone doing their 111th and everyone just finding that being a little bit better and executing a little bit better.
What's kind of the mood or the pulse of this team right now?
We obviously coming off a bad loss like that. Everyone kind of, we had a little chance to be upset about it or anything like that. But we put that in the past. We kind of use that as a check. Maybe we're not as good as we thought we were, and not in a bad way, but more just we got to work harder than we have, and we're not going to be able to just show up and win, obviously. So we have to do more work than we've been doing to be successful.
Sitting at 2-3 right now, just how much more does that make this week's game, and more important does it make this week's game?
Well, obviously, 2-3 isn't where everyone wants to be. This game is big. Going up north, going against a good BYU team, it's definitely going to be a big win before we come back home to play Stanford.
With so many,
go to Kentucky. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
With so many, obviously, a lot of defenses are going to key in on Donald and Fred, but how big is it for you as a quarterback to see Jamal and Keith Mixon starting to get more involved with all?
I think every week they've improved. I think every week with experience, with reps, they're getting better. So that's always something great to see. If defenses are keen on two people, it's always good to know that we have a field full of receivers that can get open, can make plays.
You talked about making the trip to Provo. Y'all have already been to UMass, kind of a long trip. For a young team, just making a trip like that, maybe make this trip a little bit easier.
I think so. Yeah, I think playing a new place so far away before this one definitely gave us a little bit of experience in that. It's going to be really cold, so that's something we haven't seen this season yet. So I think it's like already in the 30s or something like that up there. So that's definitely going to be a new one for this team this season. But I think we're practicing later at night to kind of get used to the time frame when we're going to be playing, and I think it's just going to be going up there and executing and playing.
How does the short week affect you?
It just kind of speeds everything up. You got to do a little bit more film study each day instead of having more time to spread it out throughout the week.